Welcome back to Cardigan Bay Fishing Adventures. I'm not sure how good your view is there. Right now I'm using all the brand new equipment. I've got the brand new camera, brand new microphones, brand new everything. Typical, I have forgotten one of the leads, so I'm gonna have to try and sync this sound up to the footage. I don't know how it's gonna work. Basically we're out and I'm gonna go and pull the pots. I've got the sun in my eyes trying to spin you around. I'm gonna go and pull the pots, see what we've got. I've not actually got out to these for over 20 days because of the weather, because of the tides, because of everything. What we're going to do quickly first is have a few casts for bass. Fingers crossed there'll be some about. This time of day is not normally the best time of day. You want early morning or late evening, but we're going to get up there now. I don't know what this is going to sound like over the engine, so I'll see when I do the editing. This is sort of a test video. I wouldn't normally do a video like this. You're going to see a bit of everything that I'd normally do. So I'll pull the pots, probably have a go for bass first now. We may have a go for bream, we may have a go for taupe. Try and get some fresh mackerel. We've got about 4 hours maybe, something around there. So yeah, we'll just get up now and try and set up a drift and see if we can find some bass. I don't know how steady you are at the front there. I've got a new mount. I can twist it and do all sorts with it, but I'm hoping it's pretty stable for you on there. We can't get better conditions than these anyway. It is literally like glass. We'll get up to the mark for the bass. I'll bring you back when we start doing some drifts. So what I'm doing now, I'm just lining up for a drift. We've got a big wake behind us of a boat that's just gone past. It might be a bit up and down. It's a good test for the footage, really. And my sea legs. Just gonna try and line up now, get a nice drift across this reef. Fingers crossed, I'll get into a bass. I've not had any this year yet. To be fair, I've not really tried properly. So now is my first proper attempt. So now you've got my full attention. Hopefully this sound is spot on. Hopefully you got a good picture. And yeah, it's the new GoPro 12 that I've got, so fingers crossed the footage is good. What I'll do is have a couple of casts, this angle. If it looks like there's any action, I'll spin the camera. So all I'm doing, using a pachinko or a pachenko, got it on the surface. I'm hoping you can see it on the rod. It's literally a tap-tap motion. And I'm hoping for a follow, or a big splash, or a fish just to slam it. But like I said, I've had nothing this year yet. I've just found bass. I've got to move. Getting excited, it's definitely bass. So you can't see me right now, but I'm hoping I can get a shot of the bass taking the lures. We will see. They're over that way. There we go, that's a bass beyond the lure right now. Oh, this is wicked. Can you see that on the camera? It's been so long since I did this. The hairs are standing up on my arms and my neck as I get really excited. We've got fish on. I absolutely love this. It's absolutely amazing. This is well needed. It really is. And it's the first fish on this rod, and it's the first session with a new camera. It is only a small fish, but a bass is a bass. I'm happy with that. I'll get it unhooked and I'll show you on the camera now. That is absolutely brilliant. Can you hear that on the mic? That splash, that's bass. It's only a baby, a little baby one, but there we go, look at that. Absolutely stunning. Let's get him back and catch some more. So basically I'm flicking it out. I don't think you can see the lure on the camera, but I'm going to show you the rod tip. I'm winding down, give it a pause for 5 seconds or so. Sometimes they'll hit it as soon as it hits the water. Now I'm just doing that, gentle tap tap. It's basically 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, just like that. Maybe we've drifted off them. I don't mind, we had one straight away, I'm happy with that. There could be some really nice fish here though. Let's try and get a hook up now on camera. Try. So as you can see, cast it out, feather it down, tighten up to it, and then I'm doing a tap tap motion. I'm hoping you can see the lure working on the surface there. There's fish behind the lure right now. So what I'm going to do is pause it for a second, give it a few twitches, pause again. Still behind it. Pausing it can induce a take. It's really important to pause, especially if you get a big splash behind your lure. Let's try again. Oh, this is perfect. Sun's shining. Actually, that sun's probably affecting your view on the camera maybe. It's crazy because there's a very Pacific spot here and the fish will not move off here. I'm right on the edge of the reef and I'm off the reef. I'm not even on the reef myself, the boat. I'm just casting over it on the edge of it. That was a fish then. What I'll have to do is go back round and set up another drift, I think. Because these fish are, well, I'll say they're on, they're there, they're feeding on something. They want the lure. This Westin rod, it's a Westin W3 sea bass custom, I think they call it, a 9'1". It's a lovely rod, to be honest. It's that still out here, I can hear the lure working. Tell you what we'll do, I'll head back up for another drift because we are off them now. There's no point keep casting when you're off him, it's just wasted casts. Just lined up for another drift. There doesn't seem to be any activity on the surface at the moment, but we'll see now. This Pachenko really fires them up. It's a wicked lure. So as I was saying earlier, 1-2 motion, just like that. And the action is all in your wrist. You only lock your arm still, and you're tapping like this with a rod, just like that. So what I'm doing now is I'm watching the lure like a hawk. It's like a float in a way, you watch it really hard. I'm looking for any signs of fish behind it, any little bow waves, any swirls, just anything that indicates there's a fish there. I'm going to move forward just a touch. I'm drifting really quick actually. And another thing I find, you don't want to be running the boat directly over where you're fishing. That's the same for any fishing you do really. Wreck fishing, reef fishing like this for bass. You want to keep the disturbance down to a minimum, go around the outer edges of it. So as you've just seen, I've gone around the outside edge and now I'm coming down the side of it. That's neutral. What I'm going to do then, a little bit of reverse just to stop the boat. Just like that, perfect. I'm nice and still now, ready to cast. So, let's get another one out. It's actually weird recording another video. I feel a bit shy to talk again. This should be a perfect drift. We'll see if the bass agree. So obviously this video, I don't know what it's going to turn out like. It is a test, camera position test and everything. I don't know what it's going to be like. Problem we've got now on this mark where I am, when the tide gets up, the fishing's not as good and the tide's flooding fast. So at any minute, it's just going to switch off and you won't get them. They're just like they've disappeared, they've gone. They just stopped feeding. But we'll get a full drift over this now. What I'll do quickly is show you the Pachenko for the ones that don't know what it is. It's a surface lure, right there, look. And that's a Pachenko 125. The colour is nacre, N-A-C-R-E. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. And that's in like it's like a pearlescent sort of white. It's a brilliant lure. I'm really hoping I can sync this audio to the video because this microphone is not actually attached to the camera. I would love to spin the camera around to show you what I'm doing, what the lure's doing. But hopefully we got that first take and you would have seen the bass take. So now I want you to see what I'm actually doing with the rod. And when I'm reeling, it's not just flat out. You can go fast, but I'm sort of, you can see what I'm doing with the handle. Every time I tap the rod, the handle turns in my hand automatically. It actually seems to have gone very quiet all of a sudden. And the parts you're drifting over are extremely important. It can be really difficult. And to be fair, I'm out of practice. It's got to have been a good year and a half, maybe 2 years. You can also do this with a rod tip up. It'll sort of lift the nose of the lure and it causes more spitting and popping. If I'm quiet, you may hear it, the lure working. Oh, this is stunning, this is. There is literally no better place to be. This should be better now. We're in a better position. Now you can see I'm working it pretty quick. Cause some disturbance on the water surface, get some noise. What we'll do is a few more casts and then we'll go and pull these pots because looks like these have gone down. Saying they've gone down meaning they're not interested. It's just nice to see boats out here again and stuff. We've not had the weather for it. It's been terrible. Come on, fish. It is weird how they can just switch off just like that. Bang, just gone. And there was literally everywhere. I had loads of them chasing the lure on the first cast. And again, did you see that? You didn't see that, did you? But he hit that good. Just grabbed it. I love it. This rod, I'm hoping you can see it on the camera. It's a nice right through action, a nice bend through it. Either this fish is hooked funny or it's a slightly better stamp. I've got a feeling he's hooked under the chin maybe, being a smaller fish. I don't know. It's not a bad bass. I say it's not bad, it's not massive. But I'm not complaining at that. He's a keeper, but I'm not keeping him. It's my first proper one of the season, he's going back. I would like to keep one, I've not had one. I'm happy with this fish. If I can get him in to show you. It's actually a nice one. I don't know, I'll give it, in case it comes off, I'd give it 2.5, maybe £3. He's hooked funny. Oof. No, he could be a little bit bigger, you know? Look at that. Oh, I love it. I've missed this so bad. Look at that. Pachenko in his top lip there, look at that. Absolutely love it. I don't know what this camera's like, so I'll get a bit closer just in case. Look at that. What a fish. Absolutely perfect. Let's get him unhooked. If he behaves. Try and be quick because I'm drifting over the good bit, but I would like to get a release video. Got cameras everywhere. This is the problem I'm having, these old GoPros. Yeah. It's saying SD error and stuff, it's not working. Fortunately, I can't get a release video. You'll see me put him back here now. But yeah, that is a beautiful fish, look at that. Get him back. And straight down. Love it. These have not been pulled for a very long time, so I don't know what I'm going to find in them. I do need to get some on the rail as well. You do get a lot of people saying you'll never pull these pots by hand. As you can see, it's not that bad. Obviously first, we've got a riser and there's the big weight. And then we've got a chain onto the actual pot rope. So that's the way you want to set them up either end. So try and keep your back straight when you pull them. I need to pull from the bow really, I'm spinning the boat. And when you bring them in the order so you can get them to go back out without tangling everything. Don't rush about it, especially on a small boat like this, it's dangerous. But as you can see, I'm trying to keep straight. I'm trying not to bend over. I have got a bit of a bad back at the moment, but I've got to be honest, this feels very heavy. I'm trying to remember what order I've got them in. I think I've got a lobster pot now. It could be full of spider crabs, I don't know. But it's flipping heavy. But what is promising news, this is seriously heavy. What is promising, the pots are still here. We haven't actually lost anything. We've had some serious bad weather. I had a few commercial boys message me and say, I'd move your pots if I was you, Dave. Because where you've got them, you'll lose them, but they're actually still here. Which that is absolutely brilliant news. Let's try and pull up this first pot. Obviously, I'm bending my back now, I've got no choice. It'd be nice to see a lobster in here, but I think it's full of spiders. It's flipping heavy. Absolutely rammed with spider crabs. As you can see, these are commercial style pots. What I'm going to do now is tie this off the bow on the cleat. So it'll basically anchor the boat and we'll go bow into the tide. And I can sort this pot out and show you some stuff we've got in it. To be honest, this is what I expected. So there, we've got a male spider crab. Tell it's a male by this little pad here. It's quite narrow, as you can see. So yeah, we're going to get most of these back. We get some big ones, we'll keep them, but yeah, this is a bit too small. And that is a better sized male right there. He's quite aggressive, yeah, decent sized male. When you get these out of pots, oh, here we go, this is a female. So the difference in the pad, there, look. That pad there is really, really wide. It's quite wide. They store all the eggs under there. So yeah, there we go. And the females have smaller claws. These are tiny. They're not normally that small, but as we go through the pots, you'll see what I mean. when you pull these out, oh, that's a keeper. We'll be having him. That'll make good dinner, that will. That's a nice male. Tell it's a male, because he's got chunky claws. But look at that. That's the spider crabs you want. We'll keep this one. Yeah, well, I'll try and say it now without interrupting myself. When you grab these out of the pot, they sort of cling on, so grab them and be fast, like this, look. Comes straight out. That's a little female. Another little female. And we've got one stuck up the top here. Basically, you can't be scared of them. Just grab hold of them, but don't grab one leg because you'll rip them off. Try and grab all the legs and it'll come out all right then. Yeah, another female. So what we will do with this, we have some fresh bait in it while we're here, before we do anything else. Bait it up and it's ready then. Rather than having all the pots on the boat in the way and we can't get to them all. And this part is the part I'm not looking forward to. This is the worst part. Horrible, mushy mackerel and stuff. That is the only issue with this little boat. It doesn't have like a bilge or anything, so I can't pump anything out. So yeah, what we're gonna do is just put a mixture of stuff in this, whatever I've got. I've emptied my freezer out. A bit of cuttlefish there, look. My favourite bait for the pots, for lobsters, is bass, believe it or not. They seem to absolutely love it. 3 years ago, I was doing really well here with bass in the pots. This is just a load of old bait, herring, sand eels, just a mixture. That's enough for that one. I do bait my pots really heavy, generally. Probably too heavy, but put the bait here. I forgot to turn this engine off. I'm just sitting here wasting fuel for no reason. I'm going to drop this pot here, just like that. Yeah, potentially I might move these pots, but we'll see how they fish today. See what the prawn pots have done actually. Got a prawn pot coming now. If this was full of prawns, it would be wicked, but I know it's not going to be because it's the wrong time of year. We may have a few. Get the mud off it. These get so muddy. I'd rather it not be on the boat. And there's a hole in it. What we'll do, there is a prawn in there, so we'll get that prawn out and we'll save it. I'll keep it as a live bait. So, open this flap. Yeah, there's a massive hole in the side of it. There is literally one prawn. That's bad, isn't it? But there is a hole in the pot, so that's not going to help, is it? Holes in your pots ain't going to catch your fish. What we'll do is get him straight in this live bait bucket. We may even be able to have some fun on the bass with the live prawn. You never know. It's a good sized prawn as well. Look at the size of that. I think that'd eat a bass. We've got loads. I don't know if you can actually touch them or not. It's full of jelly balls. Little jellyfish they are. So same again. We'll get this baited up before we do anything else. To be fair, I'm suffering with sciatica at the minute quite badly, and it is actually hurting right now. So I need to be careful. I don't want to make it any worse than it already is. I've always used slightly mushy mackerel for this. And that door's broken on that, so need to get a cable tie. I was tempted to move the pots. I don't know what to do. I could move them closer to home. To be totally honest, these pots are not really for me, they're for videos, because I don't really eat a lot of crab and stuff like that, and lobsters. I'm not that much of a fan of it really. I will eat it, but I'm not a massive fan. I'd rather a few bream myself. So at the moment I'm having to use cable ties to close the doors on them because I haven't had the hooks. So now we will have another prawn pot. So what I'm going to do is stand near the bow and just hold my weight on it. There's no need to rip it in as fast as you can. You're just wrecking yourself. Yeah, these are fishing really bad. Really, really bad. There's actually not much point in having them out, I don't think. It's a lot of effort to pull these, and like I said earlier, I'm doing it to show everyone on the videos. Ooh, velvet swimmers. They're aggressive little things these are. Little velvet swimming crab. You can see his swimmers there at the back. Yeah, it's getting back. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull the other pots up, see what's in them, anything exciting. I'll put the camera back on, but at the moment it's pretty boring, isn't it? So we'll switch the camera off, I'll get them up, rebait them, see how we get on. Well, I've just shoved the camera back on. This pot's pretty loaded. We did have a big brown crab. He's actually ended up inside the other flipping pot. I don't know who's done that. He's managed to get out of here somehow. I think the pot's got a hole in it somewhere. But we do have quite a few spiders, and I've got a little lobster in here. The lobster may be a keeper. Little lobster there, look. Put him there for a second. Oh, this is a hell of a spider crab. We'll keep that for definite. Size of him. Oh, his leg come off. Now that's a spider crab. That's huge. Look at the size of him. We'll keep that one for definite. Then we've got another one. It's another big one. We'll get him back. He's not that big, but he's big, but he's not that big. You can see there. It's amazing. And we do have, he disappeared. We did have a brown crab somewhere. I don't know where he's gone to. I have to watch where I sit. If he gets me, I'll be sorry. I actually didn't realise I had 3 lobster pots on this string. I forgot. I thought it was prawn pots. So what I will do is open this pot back up. I've got a big bass frame in here. One of the bass I caught on the beach in the winter. We'll stick it in this other pot. Here you can see there. That was a proper bass. That was a good one, that was. Shore fishing. But we're going to have the bass in that pot. Yeah, you've got to watch these. Even the little ones, if these get you, you know about it. Got one right here. Caught him by my leg. Got 2 there, look. 2 little brown crabs. Both males as well. There we go, look. Let's get them back. We'll measure this lobster now, and I'll show it you on the camera. I think this one's too small. Yeah, stunning little lobster there. Trying to hold it so you can see it without getting caught by you. Look at that. I think he's been on camera before. He's doing a good job holding himself out like that to show you. We'll measure it. I've got to finish around 80 something mil mark, this one. Yeah, if you look, that gauge is 90 mil. So when you measure it, it's in the back of the eye socket there, and then to the back of the carapace, that's the shell there, that's the carapace. So there's a line there. So eye socket to the carapace, and you can see there, this is too small. By 2 or 3 millimeters maybe. There's one thing I'd wish they'd do. I wish they'd make comfortable life jackets. It rubs on your neck, makes all your neck sore and stuff. What a day. Stunning out here. So, I don't want to, but I'm going to move these pots. It's a nightmare moving them, to be honest. It's not easy, but I'm going to have to move them. They're not fishing very well. And it's a long way to run up here with this boat. It takes a good 20, 25 minutes. So if they're going to fish like crap, I may as well have them closer to home to fish like crap down there. There's no point running this far to not do very well with them. It's silly, really. I'm wondering, this side's got a massive weight on it. I think it's off the bottom now. Oh yeah, it is. I can feel it now. Whew. That's a heavy weight. So balance these out a little bit. And now this is just risers. As you can see, this rope's leaded as well. And I've got a recreational license, so there's my number on them. It's a 293. What we're going to do, leave these pots here. I'm going to head back down. I'm going to leave that camera recording. I might put a few clips in here and there on the way back. It's a test for the camera. I want to see how long it'll last us recording straight. It's got a brand new battery in it, so we'll see how it gets on. Yeah, we'll see now where to put them. I don't really know where to put them. There's no point leaving them here. It's not fishing very well at all. So I do have a problem though. I wanted to fish for some bream. Clever me, didn't bring any bait, did I? So I don't know what we're going to do now. I was planning on bringing some squid and black lug and some cockles. But yeah, just probably the excitement to get it out here. I totally forgot. I don't know what time we're at now. It's only 7 o'clock. We could be at here till after 9:30 if we want. Got a couple hours. Yeah, I don't know. I could nip out and have a go for mackerel, and if we find some mackerel, I could have a drop for some tope. Drift with a bait on, live bait basically. And just drift, basically, just on the outside of the rough ground. Well, we're doing 6 knots with all this weight on. We do have the tide behind us, so that's going to help. Yeah, but look at this. It's absolutely perfect. I hope this turns out to be a good video. I've not posted one for a very long time because there's just so much going on. So I hope this turns out well and hope you're enjoying it. If you are enjoying the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There's loads of videos on the channel. Loads and loads and loads. 3-4 years worth. It's only been really the last year. I've been a bit slow. There's been a lot going on. So yeah, have a flick back through the videos and have a watch. Hopefully you enjoy them. Well, that's going to be the end of the video. We had the bass and lobsters. I did head out for mackerel. While I was out there, somebody's on a pan call. So I've cut my fishing short and I've headed into Aberowne Harbour. a yacht's basically got stuck on the rocks, which was inevitable. It's going to happen at some point because they've not marked it properly. It's dangerous. So I've been trying to assist there. The RNLI are here now. Yeah, everything's in hand by the looks of it. So I'll spin the camera around quickly, show you the scenery where we are. I've had our air on, and I'll end the video here. Maybe short. It's a bit of a test really of the cameras and the mics. Let's just see how it's all syncing together, see how it's working. But yeah, I'll do a quick pan around now before we finish. So as you can see there off my bow, that's Aberron. The yacht is stuck just over here, unfortunately. The bloke on the yacht is fine. It's such a stunning coastline. That is Newquay, West Wales, right there. Sunset almost. I need to head in and get the boat back on the trailer now, really, but perfect night. And there's the other RNLI boat, the big one, basically. There we go. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I thought that was a fish then. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you can, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.